should you ditch your Model Y performance order or pending delivery for a Model Y long range premium? I've been talking to more people about this because it kind of makes sense. And now that the delivery dates for Model Y performances are kind of in limbo, no one has taken delivery yet, and we haven't seen any confirmation. And if, worst case scenario, you could potentially lose that $7,500 federal tax credit. So you kind of have to do the math, and we've done the math already to try and figure out, is it worth it if you're really barking on or hanging on the $7,500 federal tax credit, especially now because there's 1.99% financing available on the Model Y Premium. Is it worth it? Like the opportunity cost between switching between a Model Y Performance to a Model Y Long Range Premium, and what type of difference could that actually be? I went through the history books, and of course, this pricing right here is not what we're going to be reflected on, because if you've got a Model Y Performance order from like September 30th, you're locked into the older pricing, and you can also switch to the older pricing or even a Long Range Premium as well. I've helped many people already do that, and it is seamless, no issues at all. And so when we take a look at the older pricing, you can see that a older Model Y Performance long range all-wheel drive was $49,490 versus a Performance at $49,900. So there's about like a $7,500, $8,000 difference. But of course, we should try and compare. I mean, it's apples to oranges. You can't compare them one to one, but you should be able to try and compare, both of the situations as least close as possible. And what I mean by that is, if you were to switch to like a long range all-wheel drive premium, there is a $2,000 acceleration boost that to try and like bump up the speed and everything. But of course, even though you have to pay that $2,000, you do gain on a couple different things, like 1.99% financing versus 3.99% financing, or even like 5.14% financing if, worst case scenario, like some situations at this moment. But here is the actual math. So if we base the $49,990 with the sales tax of just 7% plus DMV fees, 72 months at 3.99%, your monthly payment is going to be $882 a month, zero down, of course. And total interest after everything is going to be $63,529 if you keep that all the way to 72 months. Now, switching to, if we took that scenario and switched you to a Model Y long range all-wheel drive and kept the locked in pricing from September 30th, also kept the $7,500 federal tax credit, and added a $2,000 acceleration boost, here is what the difference is. Your monthly payment, about $150 less, $729 a month. Your total cost, about over $10,000 less at $52,494. And so here's some just rough math, but I feel like we should offer this, or at least I feel like we should bring this to the table so that it should be part of your at least decision, because yes, a Performance is fantastic, cool, and everything, and you get a lot for the $10,000 in difference. But what if in the future, if the deliveries get pushed to like January, we don't know if the $7,500 could be pushed and available into the next year. So there is still a risk at that. And so, if we get, if the push comes to shove, and, my delivery date says December, but if it goes to just January and we're not getting the $7,500, I'm not sure I would be willing to pay $67,000 or $57,000 plus tax for a Model Y Performance. And so let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you think on that. Of course, maybe to some, money is not necessarily an object, but certainly some of this, we do have to kind of think about it, because I know a lot of you also are out there with pending Model Y Performance orders. And I also know some of you out there have switched to Model Y long range all-wheel drives because you did not want to bank or risk the $7,500 federal tax credit or anything. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. And if you're out there with a pending delivery and you want full self-driving for half off, we do have a way to get you that for half off. So definitely check out my link tree down below in the description. Hit the bottom button at the bottom so that you can send me a message, and I'll point you in the right direction to get you set up and everything. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. Now that you've bought your Tesla, or you're about to buy your Tesla, did you know that it comes with 0 accessories? Seriously, not even a phone mount. But don't worry, we've got you covered. In my opinion, there's a few must-haves that every Tesla owner should get, like a phone mount so your phone doesn't fly off during acceleration, a center console organizer, because without it, you're going to lose a bunch of stuff, and my newest favorite an invisible underscreen station mount from Jowa, a great place to store sunglasses. And all of these accessories plus more you can get from our partner Jowa. And you know these accessories are good because I actually use all of their stuff. And if you use our promo code down below in the description, you can save some money and support the channel as well. But Jowa doesn't stop at just the basics. They've got a wireless game controller that fits perfectly in the glove box, a portable air compressor for peace of mind on those long road trips, and even an electric scooter, because why walk from the superchargers or level 2 chargers? So not only will you save some money by using our promo code down below in the description, you can also get free shipping on orders over $120. So definitely check it out, link down below in the description. Thank you to Jowa for partnering with us on this channel, and let's get on to the next topic.